getting clean and forgetting how bad everything was. So, you know, you might have just done a couple of weeks, or you might have done a couple of months, or you could have even done a couple of years. I was speaking to a lady not so long ago that was 7 years sober and relapsed bad, like bad. She nearly didn't make it out the other end, and she ended up going back into rehab, and now she's got it back on track. But that's the scary thing that our mind does. So we get clean, we feel the effects, we start to feel healthier, we feel more put together again. And, you know, we forget about the sleepless nights, we forget about all the health issues, we forget about all the broken relationships, we forget about all the debt we get into. All that goes out the window because, you know, we're this new person now. And then, you know, the addict mind comes back in and tricks us and says, let's just have one. We deserve one because, you know, and we can handle one now because we're not an addict anymore. Once an addict, always an addict, regardless. Don't care what anyone says. So, you know, when these thoughts come in, we need to remember how bad it was. We really do, because we've done all this hard work, and then what, we're going to go undo it all because we're sober now? No, no, no. Like, we really need to be remembering all the horrific, dark times when we felt like we couldn't pull ourselves out of that place. And then what, we think we can just have one? We can never just have one. It'll go on for days. It would for me anyway. Absolute days. And then what? You're back to square one. Because you don't just use casually. You use like you used to when you were deep in addiction. So we just can't go back to that. Remember how hard it was to pull yourself out of that hole.